This episode's FTR shoutout goes to Mr. Catfish. Leave a comment down below to have a chance for a shoutout in the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed. Yo, what it do, guys? Welcome back to Fish for Thought. If this is your first fish tank review episode, welcome to a show where we review tanks. My favorite ones gotta go with World War I, gotta keep it classic. Hosted by this beautiful young lass maiden princess named Rapashi over here, and of course yours truly, this young handsome lad named Chris. This is getting a little weird. Hi guys, most of you probably have seen an FTR here or there anyway, so but whatever the case, welcome back. Let's get right into it. Fish tank review. Okay, looks about right, man. Looks about right. You gonna fill that up? Oh, you did fill it up, but that shake transition was something else. Let's roll it back. Getting temp ready. What does that mean? Are you saying acclimation? Because fish need a lot more acclimation than just the temperature. The temperature is one parameter of the water, and I would say arguably the least important when it comes to goldfish. Goldfish can take a huge range of temperatures, and they're notoriously known to not need a heater and just live at room temperature even if your house gets a little cold. They actually don't do too good in hot temperatures. Did you fill it back up with like just what temperature of water was that, first of all? Secondly, it's super clear to me that you haven't taken care of your fish tank in such a long time that the past resident of your tank died and you just didn't even bother changing the water and you just let the water evaporate down, and suddenly you won 12 fish at a carnival, which explains a lot. So 12 in that tank is not only pushing it, it's just downright crazy. Only maybe one or two of these fish are going to still be alive and actually might live a long time. The rest are just going to perish one by one. And we didn't even get to the frog yet. But hey, this guy's username is called ArcadeFishZ, so what can I say, right? Imagine going to the carnival and getting yourself a 15 to 20 year commitment. What gives people feelings of power? Money, status, filling the test vial to the line first try. Yes, that is an acquired skill for sure. I identify with this so hard. I've never done it before. I always have to like put some back, but then I put too much back so I need more water, but then it fills up completely all the way again. It's like bruh. Guys, this episode of Fish Tank Review is brought to you by Aquarium Co-op. Aquarium Co-op. Coasters. But yeah, aquariumcoop.com. And if you haven't heard yet, for some crazy reason, they have a YouTube channel, so go check them out. Not only do they have their website that sells amazing stuff at a really competitive and nice price, they also have an actual physical store, and I've been to it. It's beautiful there. You get to meet Murphy. Yeah, a pizza. It's actually the pizza store right beside Aquarium Co-op. And here we are, folks. Immediately, you are just greeted with this absolutely amazing wall of betta fish. And here we have the most famous fish of all, Murphy. Go if you're in the area, but if not, no worries. Their website is super easy to purchase from, and they're giving free shipping off any orders that's over $59. So definitely a steal. Go check them out. Link in the description and comments below. This tank is sent in by Will Stratford. The first thing I see is that floating piece of wood. Yeah, that thing's gonna float for a while, but it might be something you're looking for. It might be the mystical effect you're trying to add, because I see that Buddha statue, right? It kind of looks like a river biotope just because of the sand and the river rocks. Planting is sparse. I'm not sure if you're trying to go for a full carpet or not, but right now it looks very sparse, and that's actually what it kind of looks like in a river system. There's no perfect carpets of plant of Monte Carlo just randomly in a river somewhere. No, it's more like these sort of grasses. For now, I'm gonna give it a 3.8 out of 5. Keep it up when I find another cool rock to take home. If you haven't heard the story of my girlfriend giving me, I think it was a birthday present. This was pretty early on in our relationship, and she was really trying to see what I'm interested in. Early beginnings of Fish for Thought. And she was like, how can I help him with his channel and with his hobby at the same time? So she thought it would be a really good idea to buy me Oko Stone. But this Oko Stone was huge, and she is a tiny girl, okay? So, not girl, tiny woman. I'm not... FBI Although she does look like she's 14 sometimes. I gotta be careful with that. Make sure she brings ID with her all the time or else I'm going to jail. And she didn't have a car back then, so she had to transit. So basically she was hugging this big Oko stone and on transit on the bus, and she's very self-conscious and she doesn't like it when people think she's weird or people look at her for holding something weird like an Oko stone, like a rock. So she literally gave me a rock for my birthday. Now to anyone else, that's like, what? You gave your boyfriend a rock? But for me, I was ecstatic. I'm like, I can't afford Oko stone, but you got me an Oko stone? And it broke my heart to imagine her tiny, fragile body just trying to lug this big stone on the bus where everyone's looking at her and making weird faces at her. So she really sacrificed a lot. And that stone is still in this Forest of Crypts. I used it in this tank and it's gonna be in there for a while. Just, you know, immortalize the effort she used. She must love me a lot, that woman, that young lass. This tank is sent in by Spoon Moons. It's scaped very naturally. I think it's using scaping material that they used just locally in their own rivers and using the hardwood. Hopefully it is hardwood, so it's safe for the aquarium. It's planted pretty well. It's also giving some like very natural small tributary river system feel going on. So it's got floaters up top, not overstocked for sure. Got Valis. The substrate is nice and thick. I'm digging it. 3.9 out of 5. Keep it up. More plants. My wallet. Me. Okay, Vin, you make these memes pretty fast. This was just a random Instagram video I took of me doing like a Stephen Curry thing where I shoot a 3 and then I look back in the camera. And I think in about the same hour or two, Vin's got a meme up there. And it's a good meme. I'm throwing my wallet at more plants, which is definitely something I do. So this is not even exaggerated. I'm just out here accidentally making meme formats for my boy Vin over here. And some other very creative and funny people in the Discord as well as petscore.com. BettaBuddy69 baby said that this tank was inspired by my You Suck at Fish Tanks, the Betta tank. And to be honest, I feel like this is a better scape than what I did in that video. That video blew the heck up. It's almost at like 1 million views. I think it's at like 700 or 800,000. That scape wasn't that great, man. I'm always kind of embarrassed by it, to be honest. But this, you got the big swords. You could hide the filtration and heating system a little bit better. Not sure what you're stocking it with. Might be a Betta fish, I'm thinking. Looking green with great textures. Keeping it basic. 4 out of 5. Keep it up. The bonus secret comment of this episode is Biotope. Local Asian market fish tank with a koi in it. Not even halfway full. There's some real hard green algae. Not that I would know there is a koi just by looking at it, but I could believe it. Don't get me wrong, the guy there is so nice, but he doesn't know how to take care of his fish for sure. Yeah, like, I mean, that's the most difficult part. Nice people who just don't really know and didn't do their research. Anubias every century. New leaf. Mine makes around 3 to 5 within a month, or 2, maybe 3. That's actually a really good rate. Facebook beardy moms have outdone themselves. That's a horrible combination. Facebook and bearded dragons. That looks like a whole ass mess. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't know where the tank starts and ends. What? And there really is just the whole half moon 3.5 gallon one of those cringe fish tanks. I wish I had a swim bladder. I wish I had gills. I wish I had fins. The fish has all of that and more, know what I'm saying? That duck though, it looks so angry, it looks so funny. I want a pet duck, but it's not a good idea because my neighbors would completely hate us if we just had a duck in the backyard quacking away every day. No. Number 1 reason for living in the suburbs or rural areas, you get to have ducks and chickos. I already have a chicken upstairs. Her name is Millie, but real chickens are cool too. Maybe quails. But you know what? The nearest McDonald's from those kind of houses, it's too far. I don't want to drive more than 3 kilometers to get to the nearest McDonald's. So probably just for a photo shoot, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is a photo shoot, if not even just like Photoshop, because they look like they're in excellent condition. So I'm glad that's at least the case. But what is that? Pisces rising? I don't know what that just sounds like a cringy bad pun done not even remotely correctly. Nancy Dickerson sent in this fish tank. It's actually a pretty colorful sort of tank without too many artificial stuff, but you might want to work on the placement of these ornaments and decorations because right now it seems like you have 3 separate stations and they don't mesh together too well. That's kind of a beginner mistake. I feel like this might be a 5, maybe 10 gallon. And I think it's a little too small for that. Trust me, coolie loaches get super big. The coolie loaches in my Forest of Crypts, they're like thick, boys. They are thick. They're some of the fattest fish I got, not including chunk and chunker, of course, my Siamese algae eaters. They're like the size of my forearm. Maybe I should work my forearm out a little more then. For now, 3.2 out of 5. Keep it up. Thought bettas were super badly represented in aquarium gear? Well, here's a new one. Betta fish on diving gear. Plus, it's a saltwater picture. This just has everything wrong. Just visual appeal. Just forget about the technical side of things and common sense. But that picture, who photoshopped it? Because that is the worst Photoshop job I've ever seen. Man, how did you find someone so bad at photoshopping? I suck at Photoshop, and I wouldn't even produce that. You really outdone yourself, marketing team. This tank sent in by Phoenix Betta, and their betta's name is Phoenix. I've been looking at this for a while, and I feel like that's a backdrop, but maybe some of it is actually there in the tank. It's kind of trippy. It's got a backdrop with a 3D effect or something. You know, all things considered, this looks like a okay fish tank. The only thing I have with it is that it is way too small for a betta fish. I think a betta fish should have much more room than this. This almost looks like a 1.5 gallon, which is on the smaller side of things that we've seen. So please try to get a bigger tank. Take some stuff out to make it less cluttered if you can. Marketplace never fails to disappoint. Oh yeah, beautiful. That's a beautiful tank. That is what I want to see when I visit my friends. Every person, I feel like, should have something like this in their homes. What better thing to put right on top of your beautiful family portrait photos? Everyone wants to see your beautiful family and then look up to see this amazing, gorgeous... I don't know who did the amazing aquascape on that, but I need to find that person and learn from them. That is absolutely breathtaking. Literally taking my breath away, sucking the soul out of my body. All right, and that is a good place to end fish tank review, if I do say so myself. Rapashi and I hope that you enjoyed this week's FTR and hope that it started your Monday off just right. The secret comment of this episode is koi fish. Go find the bonus secret comment somewhere else in this video and make a neat little sentence out of it without being too obvious about it. If you like what you see, make fish tank review your weekly routine. I post every Mondays, but I also post every Wednesday and Fridays. Don't forget about that, just for, you know, bonus content, as some of you guys will like to call it. When's that gonna be done? So of course, make sure you subscribe up, notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to get your hands wet. Tetra, we in a spot, coming in hot, ventral fin dot, acclimate that. With my shoal at, clear my fin rod from Cariciformes, stupor at your road on, hold on. There's not another fish that you can wish for, lit fam says I finna one, I finna gone 3 days without furt, I'm an addict, like fanatic, I'm a baddest, no tabs, only dirt. My Corey gang so loyal, black Tetra go skirt, we came to play, came to silence, gang.